Many investors are guilty of following the media or known property commentators when it comes to choosing where to buy next. It's come to be known as hotspotting, and these days investors are so busy running their own lives that they feel it's suitable to simply take the advice of some expert who's already done the research and buy in the areas that they recommend. I can't count the number of times that I've either had experts on my show or read tips in magazines, all touting the next best area in which to buy, only to find that I personally bought in that very same area many years before. Don't get me wrong, at least if you follow the experts and buy where they say, you're getting something into your portfolio, and taking their advice most often means that it should perform okay for you. But think about how much better it would all have turned out if you'd bought long before anyone had picked the area as being a potential hotspot. Just how much better could it be? Take my property purchase in the Logan Shire as an example. In the past 3 years, everyone's been rushing to Logan. Most of the experts have had it on their lists, and it's likely that the investor interest alone has pushed up prices. It seems like a great buy, and it's most likely going to see some fairly solid growth since the area abounds in growth drivers and is becoming less stigmatised as the years progress. Imagine though if you'd bought when I did about 9 years ago. These same townhouses were around $95,000 and the rent at the time was $160 a week or a cool 8.75% return on investment. The value doubled in around 6 years, and the present rate of return on that investment is 14.5%. My two townhouses have easily looked after themselves in terms of their cash flow and already doubled once in price. I don't expect them to double again, however they will grow some more, and overall it's a pretty successful investment. Following the experts is one thing, but true hotspotting is about finding the area first, way before anyone else does, and then sitting tight and waiting for the crowd to follow. And while it's not an exact science, there are definitely characteristics about an area which should mean that you can at least buy something which will hold its value and very likely grow well into the future. By now, most would know what growth drivers are and how to recognise if an area has them. There are a few fundamental drivers which everyone must know about and which must be in an area to make it a potential future hotspot. They include a population growing faster than the national average, which includes a high concentration of families with children of primary school age who are within commutable distance of varied major employers of both blue and white collar workers and are supported by the services which families demand. For example, local schools, daycare centres, shopping centres and public transport, who can then buy affordable housing within growing communities. Now what you'll notice about that list is that the fundamentals are interdependent, and in my opinion, a true future hotspot must have all of them. Outside of those 5 fundamentals, the other growth drivers, which I discuss in my 20 Must Ask Questions book, are the characteristics which help determine how soon the growth can be expected. The more of them which exist, the more likely the area is to already be a hotspot. True hotspotting requires a small leap of faith and a fair amount of patience as you wait what could be a number of years before too much happens. But if those fundamentals exist, the risk diminishes as it's highly unlikely that an area with those characteristics will fail dismally, and in the meantime they often fetch a good return for the buy-in price. Such an area usually has a solid foundation upon which a community can build, and communities are generally stable, inclusive and grow fast as people want to move into them and build their new lives. They're usually less desirable, initially at least, often in the outskirts of major cities and considered to be remote by CBD standards. But as the country's population continues to rapidly expand, these same areas will enjoy improved demand and house prices will grow. And if you can get into some of them before it's talked about in a magazine or on TV, you can sit back and enjoy yourself while the experts talk up the area on your behalf. Hello there, I'm Margaret Lomas. You might remember me from my Sky News Business Property Show days. My company is Destiny, and we've taken the 25 years experience that we have in property advising and created Property Match. For the first time anywhere, now you can be matched with the investment property most suited to you. Give us a call today or visit the website mypropertymatch.com.au. Why not leave it to the people who know property investing the best? Destiny.